Now the second subtask of the JSON data processor project, we are going to be actually viewing the data after loading it. So let's look at the objectives for this particular subtask. First, we're going to load and display all student records. We have loaded the JSON file from the previous subtask. Now we're going to actually display it. And then we have to handle a scenario where the student record does not exist. That is, there is no student records in the JSON folder. So if that is the case, we're going to print out an error message saying no student records found. And we're going to make sure the student's information printed out is formatted properly. So we have our expected output over here. Coming to the code, first we're going to import the JSON module, and then we have our file name given as students.json. That is, whenever you want to refer students.json, we're going to give file name. I have covered this in the previous subtask. So for the view students function, we're going to call the load data function to load the students file, that is the students.json file. And if student doesn't exist, that is students is empty, then we're going to print out an error message, no student records found. And if it is present, we're going to print out student records in a new line, and then we're going to iterate through the students list. So as I told previously, JSON.load is going to give a list of dictionaries, and we are assigning that list of dictionaries to the students variable over here when we call the load data function. So what we are doing in this for loop is simply that we're going to iterate through each element in that list, and then we're going to print out each element. And then we have our user choice function and our main function. So let's just run this code once and see how it's working. So let's say I give view all students. So you can see we have our student list over here. Since we've handled an error case, let me just remove whatever data is in this JSON file and run this code once again to see if it's handling the error case properly. So let me give view all students now. So since I've removed the data from the students.json folder, we have printed out an error message saying no student records found. Let's just submit this code once. So we have passed both the test cases. Let's move on to the next subtask.